Greetings fellow humans, I'm MartianBuu, and today's pocket video is on Lightning Box. This is another NOEX mode deck, so if you go over to private match and type in all caps NOEX, no spaces as your password, you're going to queue only into other people who have chosen that password. It's a community way for players who want to play pocket without the massively overpowered EXs to find and play against each other. So for the most part, you're going to encounter like-minded individuals, but as you'll see in this video, you will occasionally run into the bad actor who is trying to take advantage. But anyways, the Raichu Magneton setup is just good enough, I think, to be worth playing for the fun of it in regular mode. So I figured it would be pretty decent in NOEX mode, and sure enough, I won a lot of games with this. The 140 damage that Raichu deals is massive, and without all of the overpowered EXs around to put too much pressure on early and to have more health than 140, it's a lot more reliable setting up a Magneton Lieutenant Surge play. Electrode ends up being the main attacker of the deck just because it's the one that can attack efficiently without the help of a Magneton Lieutenant Surge setup. Raichu is more of a finisher, but if you have two Lieutenant Surge, it is pretty easy to pull off two Thunderbolts in a row. But yeah, this is really fun. NOEX mode is really fun. I hope you enjoy the games, and thank you so much for watching. If you could stream whatever you want, what would you be streaming? What would I be streaming right now if like whatever I wanted to play is what I was streaming would be Pokemon Live. Like I'm like super getting the paper TCG hype. And so that's what I'd be streaming. I need to like throw a TCG Live in here somewhere just to see if like does the Pokemon channel want to see me play Pokemon trading card game, or specifically just the pocket version of the trading card game. Because if it's just trading card game generally, like if a trading card game is going to get the same amount of views as a pocket video, then I would definitely throw in more live. But yeah, that's the game I want to be playing right now. I think the next game that I would play on stream, if the success of a video was not dependent on the game that I'm playing, then the next one I would play would be probably Monster Hunter, which I think comes out in February. I like Monster Hunter a lot, but I like Monster Hunter a lot, but I want to stream it because nobody would watch my YouTube video. Pokemon Live is the one that is the exact same as the real life one. Correct. Yeah. Pokemon Live is paper Pokemon, but in digital. Waiting for my opponent to return. Are they over it? I mean, if I'm going to be playing Magnemite, they're out. I wonder if, like, you know, do they see this board and assume I'm running Pikachu EX and just leave? But I haven't played an EX yet, right? I'm playing a non-EX version of Lightning Box. All right. Because it should be an exciting thing to see, you'd assume. Because they're all fighting week. Pocket only stream today? Correct. Next Hearthstone stream is Sunday. Oh, well, that's brutal. It's actually fine for me, right? Because now I don't have to worry about drawing X speed. I can just send up Electrode. KO. Good job, Ander. Way to set me up for success. Hey, Pikachu. Boop. So if they end up sending up Onyx, I could retreat Electrode, send up Pikachu, evolve to Raichu, Lieutenant Surge, knock it out. But then I have to attach energy all over from scratch because my Magnemite got knocked out. So it's a bit of a disaster, if you ask me. Bit of a disaster, if you ask me. We could also top deck a Magnemite. That'd be pretty good. I don't think it matters too much once the... Oh. Well, that changes things. Unless we top deck X speed. An undamaged Primeape is not going to one-hit KO Electrode, so I think my strategy here is going to be retreat Pikachu manually, hit Onix twice with Electro Ball, and then Raichu them later. My new plan. Like Raichu the Primeape. Because we can afford to just, you know... We don't even need to Lieutenant Surge, right? Like, Raichu's just gonna be ready to go by the time Primeape can attack. Opponent, will they see the writing on the wall? This is like checkmate, isn't it? What do you mean X speed? What do you mean X speed? You'd have to Brock and manually attach and have both X speed to retreat that Onix. Did you forget that it's only -1? Did you think it gave free retreat cost? Did you make a whoopsie doo-doo? You guys think that X speed should give you free retreat cost for the turn and not just -1? That's the speediest Onix you've ever seen. I know, right? MartianBuu! What up, Axel? Howdy duties. Howdy ya doody ya. Hey, they've got new Onix. That's cool. This Onix in the paper card game had 4 colorless for something. It's like 80 or something. I forget what the damage was, but it was just 4 colorless for a set amount of damage, and it actually ended up mattering. Like, it was a good card, a good tech card, because there was I forget which deck was doing it, but there were decks that like could just attach that many energy to a Pokemon, and fighting was a relevant weakness for something, so you could attach a bunch of energy to the Onix and deal like and one-shot things. So that's the picture of that Onix. Was for Pikarom. Have you ever thought about making your own card game? All the time. Okay, chat. Where are my Magnemites? Ooh. Is this Magnemites? Surely these aren't both just another Voltorb and another Pikachu. Surely one of them ends up being Magnemite. Yay! I don't know that I want 2 Pikachu in play necessarily, so I'll just chill on that. Will Marshy top deck the Electrode that will end this game? Find out. Oh. This still does it, right? Because of the Lieutenant Surge. They thought they escaped me. Oh, wow, even better. Look at that. We get to knock out their only Pokemon by the power of Lieutenant Surge. Whee! Surge jump scare, yeah. Is this gonna be one NOEX video or each deck gets its own? Each deck gets its own. Oh my goodness, so nasally today. I hate it when I have nasally days. Sweet. Cool. My turn. I'll show you whose turn it is. Hi, Magnemite. Hi, Pikachu. I like all these animations I have to wait through to play my next card. It's the perfect system. Heaven forbid, you know, the tempo of the game actually feel good. If we top deck Electrode, we can swing with Electrode next turn. So hopefully we get an Electrode. Professor's research will not work out for Electrode because we need to play Surge next turn. This game can be so slow in unnecessary places. It wouldn't be Pokemon if it wasn't a good idea executed poorly. That's my opinion. But you know, at least this way we have a Voltorb, like an Electrode to attack with if we top deck Electrode. And then Magneton can just power up the Raichu to knock out subsequent things. I see. Do you have a potion? I guess there's no like, since there's only a 2-2 line and there's no way to get Pokemon back, I guess there's no reason not to evolve there, right? Even though it's definitely gonna get knocked out. So this is still pretty good. So next turn, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Lieutenant Surge first to send up the Raichu. And then I can use Volt Charge and attach after so that those lightning don't get wasted. Thanks, Axel. Well, goodbye, Voltorb. I will miss you. Hello, Greninja. I will obliterate you. We have both Lieutenant Surge, right? So we can actually, like, really easily set up to just do it again next turn. But it's like, okay, I guess I'm out. Fair enough. Ready, go. Opponent's turn. Look at that silly snake. I've seen a lot of Wheezing Arbok in this. Like when playing NOEX mode. A lot of Team Rocket players. How much would I need to design my own card game? That is an excellent question. I have no idea. I suppose it would behoove me to have both an amount of money that I would assume I'd need and also a presentation for what I would want to make on demand, so that if I encountered a generous donor who would fund a Marshy made card game, I would just have those figures ready to go. So I should probably think about that, huh? Okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and believe it or not, I'm going to do this. See if we can't get a Magnemite. There it is. Boop. Have you tried the new cards already? How did they feel? There's only one new card, right? So it's just Jigglypuff with the Sing attack. That's the new card. The rest of them, I think, are just reprints. And Jigglypuff feels like a huge upgrade to the Jigglypuff deck. Definitely. The new Jigglypuff is certainly a big improvement on the old one. My opponent just abandoned the active Arbok. Interesting. Because if you cornered it, right, you set it up that Ekans can just come up and finish it off next turn. Now I'm sitting here with a full HP Electrode. Oh, the Haunter has a new attack? Alright, let's take a look. Like, the regular one just does like 30 or something, huh? Yeah, that is different. So, the regular Haunter is 80 HP, 1 for 30, with 1 retreat cost. New Haunter making me switch. I see how it is. New Haunter is 70 HP, 1 for 50, but you can get Tails and do nothing, and still 1 retreat cost. So you're losing 10 HP to have less average damage with this promo Haunter? No, that's worse. That's worse. There's no reason to run that. Okay, well, I'm gonna retreat this. Just so you know, you can count me in on a Kickstarter campaign if it comes into question. I'm a game dev myself, and I know it can be hard to get a publisher. Well, thank you for that, Axel. I appreciate it. If I ever get to a Kickstarter stage of a card game, you can bet I'll be blasting you all, letting you know that you can chime in. Bum, 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 bum. I think I could stand to brighten this up a bit. Is that better? I think so. Here's a Pikachu on the bench. Here's a Pokeball. We're up against Meltan, huh? Well, I have all of my basics. That's kind of cool. I would love an Electrode. Farming Hearthstone achievements right now, the 8 hands card is so much better than I thought it would be. Oh, that's cool. It's a funny card. Helps when it comes down on 6, for sure. For sure. Let's go, top deck Electrode. If my opponent top decks X speed, I'm gonna be a sad Marshy. Please, Electrode. Electrode one time. No. Alright, well, I'll poop. At least we can kind of set up being able to write you 2 turns in a row, right? Because we get to attach. We can attach Lieutenant Surge, and then we can charge the Magneton, so that next turn we can charge and attack and Lieutenant Surge again. Alright, yeah. But ideally, we just wouldn't lose the Voltorb this turn. So if they have X speed, I'll be sad. Womp womp. On the bright side, it's gonna be a second before they can... It's gonna be a second before they can attack again, because everything requires so much. Unless they want to attack with Mawile, which won't do them any favors because there won't be any energies on my active Pokemon. Hey, Pikachu. But yeah, it would have been nice to have either a Voltorb or other Lieutenant Surge ready to go, I guess. There's the Meltan. We kind of need Lieutenant Surge off the top now, don't we? Because if they evolve into Melmetal here, it's going to take more than one attack. Because it's got 130 and then its ability makes it take -20. So that's not good. I may end up X-speeding and using spinning attack on the... Well, if I do that, I'm gonna have to play Magnemite and hope that I top deck a Magneton. So I don't know. We'll do what we do depending on what we top deck here. I guess what would be really good is if they just amass again. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll just retreat and knock that out with the Magneton. That's fine. And it's extra good because I did not draw a card that enabled anything I would have had to do otherwise, so good deal. I think we have a Professor's Research. No, we used them both. Never mind. So Lieutenant Surge is a good hit. Magneton's an okay hit. Voltorb's an okay hit. I don't know what else we want. We want them not to have a Giovanni this turn, I think. Mostly we want to top deck Lieutenant Surge, because as soon as we draw Lieutenant Surge, we win. Nothing survives Pikachu now unless they potion Meltan on the bench and evolve it. Magneton lives. I also don't think they knocked this out with anything, right? I think it was just checkmate. So what they could do is they could retreat and send up Mawile, right? And then it's just until we draw Lieutenant Surge. Mawile's they're out. They get hit once with the Mawile. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I think that's just checkmate. Starting Magnemite, kind of fine because, well, A, because my opponent's playing this, but we have X speed and a Pokeball in hand, so we can work towards something. Bum, bum. I didn't need another magneton. Okay, we have... I mean, we just donk them, right? Like, if they do nothing next turn, then I can X speed, send up Pikachu, evolve to Raichu. Well, I have to draw the Raichu, I guess, but otherwise I'll have enough energy to Lieutenant Surge up and do 140. Oh, well, now I don't even have to X speed. Womp womp. Bummer. Boop. How much is Venusaur not EX? Is that 130 HP? Are we about to find out? Even if it had 160, we've done enough chip that all we have to do is top deck Raichu and we're good. Yeah, that's 160, that's a lot. That's a lot. Alright. Well, we did not get the thing we needed. We have 3 good hits in here. We have Professor's Research and the 2 Raichu. Maybe I should have X-Speed and sent up Voltorb. But yeah, at this point I need to keep hitting them, right? Because if I miss damage... then they heal back to full and I can't knock them out in one hit anymore. In fact, if they just Erika's, I think we're really sad. Oh, they can't even use Mega Drain yet. I've got time. What am I thinking? Chat, we're fine. We're fine. You guys are freaking out over nothing. You guys are freaking out over nothing. I guess I'll power that up so that I can just not even use Lieutenant Surge next turn. And maybe I'll evolve that. I kind of want to present that I don't have it, but I'd rather not lose to a red card when I otherwise would win, so... Let's see. If from here... So 50 from an Erika's and 30 from that. They can just heal back to full if they have Erika, huh? So yeah, maybe we're still in kind of a rough spot. And losing the second Pikachu means that once they knock this out, we can't do it again. What? I guess because they didn't have an Erika's, they were like, they wanted to start investing in the other one? Or maybe they pulled a me and they just kind of assumed that they were already ready to go on the active for no good reason. And so you started putting on the bench. I do that from time to time. It's brutal. Cam Catchem. Okay. Going second's good. We have the Electrode in hand. Ready to evolve. Eevee? How do you guys feel about the Eevee Goldback deck? Eevee and Golbat. Match made in something. I think this tackle sets up the Golbat to get KO'd. I think it has 80 health. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Scary. Pin Missile is actually such a good attack. Like, I think Jolteon would be considered in more Pikachu EX build if it didn't have to evolve from a colorless type Pokemon. But like, 2 for average 80 on a non-EX is pretty good. Kind of have to get lucky, right? Are they just gonna sweep me with a Jolteon? I stopped by to ask what the deck limit in this game is. 20. And to watch gameplay? Alright, cool, sick. Yep. The rare Umbreon. Bum bum bum. Yeah, it'd be cool if they added Umbreon soon. It's so funny, chat. Every Umbreon is worth $1 jillion now. Umbreon is a really popular Pokemon. Wow, my opponent did not roll the amount of heads they needed to destroy me. Three Tails is work, yep. It's a cut down version, yeah. So they condensed the rules for mobile. It's meant to be a short little version of it. So you only need to take 3 knockouts. It's a third of the deck size. You can only include half the cards, like half the copies of cards. What else is different? Like the starter game different. Like the first turn. What you can do on the first turn rules are different. Man, my opponent just like, did you see that skill issue? Oh my goodness. Going second, have Electrode in hand, but that's great for me. But that's great for me, chat. Pound at PW. Bum 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 bum. I've learned that you have to really enjoy the mulligan music, because if you don't like embrace it and enjoy it, it'll drive you insane. My opponent's cheating. Chat, my opponent is playing an EX in my NOEX mode. Can you believe it, chat? They're supposed to not play any EXs, but they're taking advantage of everyone's desire to not play an EX mode to get free wins, chat. Free, completely free wins by playing an EX in my NOEX mode. Can you believe Kitty Softpaws would just take advantage of me like that? We're queuing with no EX, and they're coming in here with their EX Pokemon to try and feed off of us poor gremlins that aren't using any EXs in their deck. For shame. For shame, chat. Boo. Boo. You know what you're doing, Kitty Softpaws. You big stinky jerk. Big stinky poo-poo. Luckily for us, we're in a much better position than them. I don't understand how they're going to come back from this. Doesn't matter if they brought an EX to a... It doesn't matter that they brought a gun to the knife fight. Their gun isn't loaded. And my knife is as sharp as ever. Do you guys like my analogy? That's all I got. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You sit there and you stew, trying to cheat for easy wins, and you're just gonna get wrecked. Surge off the top just ends the game. It sure does. I want that sweet justice. But even if not, right? Like, what's my opponent gonna do when I hit them for a jillion with Electrode this turn? They have to retreat again and send up Zebstrika? To what end? And boop. There you go. Yeah. Now what? You gonna Zip Strike on me? They potioned the Zapdos. Now what will I do? Now what am I gonna do? Oh, they're just accepting their fate? Good. Accept your fate. Get Electro Balled. Yesterday I got back-to-back immersive Charizards. Nice, nice. I pulled an immersive Mewtwo yesterday, and I was like, well, I guess that's my third one, and maybe I'll turn that into more funny special points. And it turned out it was only my second one. So, Charizard is the only one I don't have two of yet. And Mewtwo is the one I don't want. So, that's my story about that.